sorry, that's for a Democrat show.
Let me know when you're ready.
Was an extremely great conservative commentator. We're tearing it up on Wednesday night. This is awesome. This
will allow me to retort.
Well, this is Jersey Joe for the Reaver of Common Sense show. I'm on shrmedia.com.
Actually, I just totally screwed up. This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show.
And welcome to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm here to make sense out of the senseless. The Jersey Takeovers here, we have expanded to 2 hours every Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you want to watch a broadcast, that's easy. Just go to Reaver.one and click on... Ooh, really pinging up there. Holy heck. Dang, I had that up a little bit loud. What the heck? Sorry about that. It seems I have my sliders just a little too far. Just a itsy bitsy. There we go. If you want to watch a live stream, just go to Reaver.one and click on the SHR TV button. You could also go to YouTube, search for SHR Media. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button just to keep up to date on all the great shows. We have a lot of great shows here, people. A lot of great shows. Last but not least, you can go to Facebook and search Reaver of Common Sense. My wife was being a smartass. I had her cut my promo for me. Yes, I used my wife for it. She's got a better voice. And I was like, hon, you got to get close to it, the mic. So she comes up to it, and she licks it. She licked my microphone. I was like, oh, man. I was like, oh, now what am I going to do? Got to deal with wifey slobber on. Yes, I said wifey slobber. Come on. Ah. But that's my wife. I mean, that's kind of... Me and my wife are smart asses. We go back and forth. We never take anything personal. Why should we? I'm going to check some sound levels real quick. Beep, 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 beep. Hold on 1 second. Now, the funny part is, it's actually kind of low. That's weird. Oh, that's odd. Maybe not. I don't know. Oh, it's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. How is everybody doing? I'm doing great. As I said, I got a new promo. Let me actually play this for you. Let me play my new promo that my wife just did for me. I love it. I'm partial to it, of course, but... All right, here we go.
Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch Reaver of Common Sense show hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else. So consider this your fair warning.
Of course, I'm checking the levels right now. Make sure everything... And it sounds good. All right. If you've been listening to the show lately, with all the changes that I made recently, everything's a little out of whack here and there. So I had to check everything out just to make sure. And really, I'm getting to the point where everything has been, knock on wood, working great. So, BZ, if you're listening... I know you'll be listening later as you prep for the Sackheads radio show tonight. I sent you the new promo. I finally sent it to you. After telling you a while I was going to send it, I'm going to send it, and finally sent it. So, Huffington Post has jumped into the NFL flag controversy. Huffington Post recently published an op-ed for ages about how NF players who stand, let me repeat that, NF players who stand for the anthem are white supremacists. Every time you think the liberals have jumped the shark, they turn around and say, hold my beer and watch this. I'm serious. What is it? Jesse Ben wrote in part, understand this, white supremacy, as in the structure of opportunity, the legacy of ongoing oppression of non-whites, and the asymmetric hoarding of resources by whites is what affords us the privilege that limit our view, making a peaceful act of protest seem offensive in spite of the broader context of what's being protested. Okay, what's being protested, jackass? Because nobody seems to know what the fuck they're talking about when it comes to the protest. No one knows what they're protesting. Because now it's changing. Oh, we're not protesting the flag. We're not protesting the country. We're not protesting the cops. We're protesting the cops. We're protesting the flag as racist. We're protesting as America as an oppressive country. Nobody knows. They contradict each other. So how do we know what the broader context of what's being protested? Oh, they're protesting, these guys come from horrible neighborhoods and yeah. And the ignorant result of that privilege was full display Sunday as white players stood next to their black teammates. So let's at least be clear that what those players stood for on Sunday was white supremacy, full stop. I say full bullshit. Huffington Post will turn anything, any act. Hey, the baby went goo goo gaga. He's a racist. That's white supremacy, don't you know? That's the hoarding of the baby sounds that the white people make. Therefore, it's white supremacy. It's probably a good sign for America when we start accusing people of being white supremacists because they stand for the national anthem. So it's a good sign just to blatantly call everybody a white supremacist. That's generally a sign of rational, well-thought-out dialogue. No, that is the sound of a losing argument. You have nothing to stand on, so you scream, racism, white supremacy, oh, you're not believing in what we're talking about, so you're such a racist. Shut the fuck up. It's an absolute joke. They don't get their way. Racist. You don't believe what we believe. Racist. What about the jackasses? The baby's going goo goo gaga. It's racist. Black Rifle coffee. Black Rifle Company coffee. Coffee or die. I mean, it's the shit that they're doing is in these articles like this. This is why we think the liberal movement is a joke. When you have idiots like this that write articles, if you stand for the anthem, you're now a racist. Fuck you. It just, oh my God. Full jump the shark. And he goes on, we all share very different life experiences, but we believe different things about what America represents. What the hell does Ben possibly know the life experience or thoughts of every single white player who stood or who supported the national anthem? He obviously doesn't. Accusing people of being racist without proof is a clown move. That's, to say the least. And there's no other way around it. No, it's just a douchebag maneuver. Calling it a clown maneuver is being nice. Come on, you damn headset. Lastly, Ben describes himself as dad, partner, engaged citizen, opinionated writer, leftist, PhD student. I bet this guy is just an absolute joy at a party. He's just so fun. You took the last cracker from the party dish. You're a racist. I didn't get one of those crackers. That just goes to prove America is racist. You pinned the tail on the donkey. You're a racist. What the hell, you morons? And they have officially jumped the shark again. I wonder what maneuver is going to be the next hold my beer for the liberals. Here, hold my beer. I can do more stupid things than you can. My PhD I'm going after says that I can do a dumber maneuver than you. Well, my degree from Princeton, it says that I'm smarter than you. God, I loved back in my youth days. Used to go up Princeton. There was a bunch of us metalheads who would go up Princeton and just make fun of all the fucking nerds. Oh. I know it's not nice to do. We were like 17, 18. And seeing what they turned into, God. Oh, but wait a minute, that makes me a bully. Oh, my God. What is this country turning into? We went from kids 17, 18 years old going off to war, to fighting World War I, World War II, storming Normandy Beach, to a bunch of punks that don't know what bathroom to go in, don't know what sex they are, and think everything and everyone is a racist. Calling Dr. Phil, why are these idiots? What's scary is these idiots are breeding. Stupidity breeds stupidity. Oh, man, it's... And when are we going to turn that corner and start straightening things out in life? I mean, just when? I can't wait till that day comes. Because I'm tired of these idiots. These morons. These jabronis. I forget what that means. It's been so long since I even thought of that term or heard that term. I was watching Eddie Murphy Raw the other day. That was freaking funny as hell. For one, seeing Eddie Murphy dressed in leather again. Oh, man, that was just... Come on, you damn headset. I hate that they're bouncing between, metric plugs and the standard measurement. What is it, imperialistic or whatever the hell they call it. It drives me up a wall because they're not exactly the same. They're just a smidge off. So Donald Trump asked the Senate if they still have confidence in Mitch McConnell. President, hey, BZ, speak of the devil and you appear. Two separate efforts. President Donald Trump still has confidence that Senate Mitch McConnell, Senate Majority Leader, can do his job, despite a list of political failures in the Senate. Two separate efforts to replace Obamacare have failed in the Senate under Mitch McConnell's leadership. And he was dealt a heavy blow after his preferred candidate, Senator Luther Strange, lost big in Alabama in spite of the establishment spending, I think it was like $35 million. $35 million was spent to beat out outsider candidate Roy Moore, and it didn't work. I think right now Mitch is licking his wounds going, shit. We have Trump as president. We have this guy running. You know, they know what's coming, I think, in 2018. I think we're going to see a lot of incumbents get primaried if they don't straighten up in the next year. And they got less than a year to do it. We got tax reform they're pushing right now. They better get that through, or there's going to be a lot of senators that are going to get their ass primaried. And Mitch McConnell, I think, is feeling the pressure right now, not just as majority leader. He knows there's issue with the failures that have been happening in Congress. They thought it would be funny to make Trump look bad. It's not making Trump look bad, you dumbass. It's making you look bad. I was talking to a random guy today. Someone had sent me something, and I had to go to the gun shop and pick it up. And I got talking to him. I was like, we got talking politics a little bit. And I was like, they're trying to make Trump look bad. I said, I don't think he looks at me and goes, Trump's doing everything. He'll go down as the first president that has attempted to do everything that he campaigned on. I said, yeah, he's attempted to at least. He goes, yep. And Congress is failing. They're trying to make him look bad when people are watching and seeing that it's Congress that is fucking up. These established jackasses. Hiccups. The established jackasses are the ones that are causing the failures. And people are seeing that Mitch McConnell has been purposely tanking shit. So now that this tax reform has come out, they got to really get on their game and get this through. Otherwise, Mitch McConnell and these incumbents might be in a little trouble. So, I got to show this. Oh, I love this. It's for a new AR-15 that I'm going to build. And it was sent to me, and I got it today. When I build this, I don't know if I'll ever shoot it. It's my AR-15 lower, Anderson Manufacturing. But why it's so special is, there you go. I think the focus is, let me get a little closer and make sure you can read. Never forget 9/11. So that's going to come out to be a really nice gun. I haven't really had a chance to take a look at this. Now, what I'll do is I do certain things in my guns to make them stand out. I'll actually take some paint. And especially on the fire and the safety, I'll take paint and I'll do red on the fire and usually white for the safe. And I'll get it deep in those crevices. So it'll come up, red. Probably do that maybe tomorrow. Might get bored. And then Anderson Manufacturing up front, everything but the serial number. I'll dip that in color too. Adds a nice little something to, stands out. You know it's your gun when you see it. All right, come on, focus. There we go. Focus, 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 hocus pocus. So, I'm looking forward to this build. It'll be fun. Wonder if I'll get in trouble for showing that. I wonder if Sackett Sean will kick me off air for showing that AR-15 piece. She sends pretty much. They're in California. Oh, that's right. If you're in California watching that, avert your eyes. I should have avert your eyes. Don't look. I know you guys aren't allowed to look at things like that. Wait a minute. Pop, 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 pop. I know just seeing an AR-15 piece is in California, it can be probably you can be put to death with those strict, ridiculous gun laws. And with that, you're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense. Oops, I got to set up the whole commercial. So, PZ, while I'm setting up the new commercial, did you get my email? Did you get the new promo I sent you? All right, you're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit, and we will be right back.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
You have been listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. till 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch Reaver of Common Sense show hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else. So consider this your fair warning.
Featuring right thinking from a left brain and doing the job the American maggots won't. BZ is fundamentally changing America one diaper at a time. Just when safety pin manufacturers are running out of metal for the diapers of the leftists, where the speech is free, but the drinks are not. The Bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon can be heard every Tuesday and Thursday night, commencing at 11 p.m. Eastern and 8 p.m. Pacific, where pushback is a requisite art form in and of itself. Let your ossicles be truly liberated when you listen to the Bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon, only on SHR Media Network. No ferrets were harmed in the making.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. You didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean.
Dude, I'm not saying cop for the stupid promo.
Sackhead Clint.
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
Also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Hey, it's Sean from the Sackheads Radio Show, also one of the owners here at the SHR Media Network. Are you opinionated? Have you ever wanted to do your own show? Have you ever heard somebody like the Sackheads and go, yeah, I could probably do that better? Well, now's your chance. Send me a 5-minute clip at sackheadsradio@gmail.com, and maybe you can be part of the SHR broadcasting team. sackheadsradio@gmail.com.
This is Jersey Joe, host of the Reaver of Common Sense, and you're listening to shrmedia.com.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, live rebooting liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show.
And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm here to make sense out of the senseless. Dang, why am I... Oh, let's see. Where are we? Trying to make sure trying to get everything sounding right. There we go. I think we got it. So, Donald Trump is asking, you know, he's playing I still have confidence in him, but does the Senate? And Trump said that Republican senators had to decide for themselves if they still want McConnell to lead them. I do have confidence in him, yes, Trump replied to the reporter when asked if he still had confidence in McConnell. But it's not up to me, it's up to the Senate. He noted that Moore's campaign successfully leveraged McConnell's unpopularity against Strange in Alabama, but not against the presidency. I was very honored by the way I was treated in this race. McConnell has an 18% favorability rating, according to a recent poll in his home state of Kentucky. The Senate Majority Leader has also privately fought with Trump, leading the president to make a deal with Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi on the budget. Then I heard today that he's reached out to the Democrats and said, let's make a deal on Obamacare. You know, and maybe this will get McConnell and the Republicans off their asses to do the right thing. What is going to get these idiots off their backsides and do the job that needs to be done? But McConnell can still bounce back if he successfully brings tax reform across the finish line. The Republican Congress has yet to score a major legislative victory since Trump was inaugurated. And I was telling that story. People know that it's not Trump, that he's trying to push things through, and he's got fighting going on by fellow Republicans in the House. All because they're too scared that they're going to lose their stranglehold on politics. And what I mean by that is it's been, you got to be a career politician. You got to be a career politician. You got to be a career politician. You got to be a lawyer. You got to have a law degree. You have to have a law degree. Here comes Trump. None of that. Zip, zilch, zit, nada. Yeah, I said zit, nada. And he becomes president out of nowhere. That blows the theory that you have to be, you know, a politician to become president. And it's almost funny. What the heck's going on over there? Doesn't look like the levels are that high. Watch I screw everything up now. The hell? Disabled? That was weird. Have no idea why that was doing that. Maybe I'll explain why the level was a little low. Stereo. Oh, sometimes it's just... You get one setting done and something else starts to screw up and you got to go back and all the levels are up. Everything's good. I don't know why those levels are so low. Now I got to go back through and check to see just why, oh why. Doesn't make sense. What the hell is going on? Let's see. The levels are sounding good there. I'm just going to leave it alone. I got to stop. The little equalizer thing for the live streaming program. I mean, it's tiny. It's really friggin' small. You can barely see it. So... But it seems like everything's looking good. So, I'll leave it alone. Don't mess if it ain't broken. But the problem is, it doesn't look right, so I'll mess with it till it's broken. You know, it's a man thing. It's a man thing to kind of keep messing with it until you break it. Like, I'm going to break this damn headset. So, McConnell pledges to support Roy Moore and Donald Trump's agenda. I think maybe, it's a long shot, maybe McConnell is starting to get it through his head that, shit, I need to start supporting Donald Trump. Otherwise, the Republicans are going to be in deep shit. Maybe. Just maybe that's what's going on. I can't guarantee it. But it wouldn't surprise me if maybe it's getting through Mitch's thick skull that, hey, if we don't do something, the Republicans are going to get their asses handed to them. It seems like, I heard this a while ago, it almost seems like, and I agree with the statement, that they don't want the power. They want to be in the background, collecting their checks, not making any decisions, getting their perks for being, politicians, getting lifelong benefits and all that, without doing a goddamn thing. They go out there, they complain about what the Democrats are doing, and then that's it. That almost seems like what they're trying to do. Just stay relevant enough that they fuck up everything, but not enough that they're responsible for anything. But I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping this big loss of his gets it through his head, and he starts to understand that, hey, this is going to destroy the Republican Party. If they could get off their ass and if they got immigration done, repeal Obamacare, and we're working on taxes, they'd be set up for a generation or two to remain in power. They would be on easy street. It just... All right, so I go to check the sound on Facebook to make sure that's doing good. And all of a sudden I'm hearing like two different audios. And I'm like, what the hell's going on here? I forgot I left a YouTube page up and running on the one tab. Opened up Facebook. And so I'm hearing that audio. Both of them, I'm like, all right, what did I screw up? What? Oh, wait a minute. Shit, that's what I did. All right. I never said I was a genius. I never said that. I never claimed to be. I claimed to be Wile E. Coyote, super genius, but I always blow myself up in the end. Wile E. Coyote, super genius. And that's describing the Democrat Party right now. They're going to the Acme store and getting their bills. They get these grand schemes and poof, right in their face. But hopefully Mitch McConnell sees what's going on, rallies the Senate, smacks them around, start giving some threats out. And I mean, like, okay, if you're not going to help us get some of this done, whether you like the bill perfectly or not, you're going to start supporting it. And if you don't, then you're not going to get any support from the Republican Party. We're going to let you out by yourself come election time. You're not going to get any good assignments. You're going to get yanked off of committees. Start taking control. Mitch McConnell has let Chuck Schumer lead him around by the balls of late. Maybe that's it. Him and Chuck Schumer have a love affair going on. He's afraid that Chuck will break up with him if he embarrasses him too bad. It's got to be something that's causing Mitch McConnell to be so shitty. And if you're not going to lead, then get the fuck out of the way. Let somebody else take over. If you're not going to lead the Senate, then get the hell out of the weed. Get the hell out of the way. Lead, follow, or get the hell out of the way. If you can't bring yourself to do the right thing for the people and get behind Trump, fucking resign. Resign. I don't care. Oh, they're just fucking the country up. And then you got McCain still running his mouth. Oh, man. That's that. And that $30 million they wasted on a primary. A primary. Jesus Christ. And they slam Moore so bad. Now they got to defend all the bullshit that they said. They got to defend Moore now against a Democrat. Sort of like what they did with Trump. They shot their mouths off about Trump, and then when it came time for the election, here comes Hillary using a lot of the same information they put out there. In fact, several of the Republicans were fucking helping the Democrats. It's... You know what I always forget to do? I always forget to share all the videos, live shows that I'm doing as I'm doing it. That's why I need a producer. I need someone behind me that does all that. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media in High Plains, Pundit Radio, and we will be right back.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. till 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch Reaver of Common Sense show hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else. So consider this your fair warning.
Featuring right thinking from a left brain and doing the job the American maggots won't. BZ is fundamentally changing America, one diaper at a time. Just when safety pin manufacturers are running out of metal for the diapers of the leftists, where the speech is free, but the drinks are not. The bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon can be heard every Tuesday and Thursday night, commencing at 11 p.m. Eastern and 8 p.m. Pacific, where pushback is a requisite art form in and of itself. Let your ossicles be truly liberated when you listen to the bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon, only on SHR Media Network. No ferrets were harmed in the making.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying cop for the stupid promo.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Hey, it's Sean from the Sackheads Radio Show, also one of the owners here at the SHR Media Network. Are you opinionated? Have you ever wanted to do your own show? Have you ever heard somebody like the Sackheads and go, yeah, I could probably do that better? Well, now's your chance. Send me a 5-minute clip at sackheadsradio@gmail.com, and maybe you can be part of the SHR broadcasting team. sackheadsradio@gmail.com.
This is Jersey Joe, host of the Reaver of Common Sense, and you're listening to shrmedia.com.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show.
And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe. Oh. I never thought I'd see this in hockey. San Jose Sharks forward Joel Ward and Tampa Bay Lightning forward J.T. Brown are both considered taking a knee during the national anthem this season. It's definitely something I wouldn't cross out, Ward said. And I won't say no, Brown said, but right now I'm focusing on our season. Fuck you and fuck you. And hopefully the NHL will clamp down on that faster than a fat kid on a cupcake. I just... Let's see. Investors.com. Seems some of these companies that sponsor the NFL that are not going to do anything about it, their stock is dropping down. Good for that. Good. They deserve it. What the heck? That was stupid. Someone posted their car with their license plate. That was dumb of them. All right. Dumbasses. Michelle Obama says that any woman who voted against Hillary Clinton voted against their own voice. Sexist. Oh, I don't understand some people. So protesting the protests, backlash against the NFL spreads as fans and businesses fight back. As hundreds of NFL players puff themselves up as political activists, many fans are responding, but now how the social justice activists had hoped. Fans were already abandoning the NFL in droves, but now they are responding in anger in a myriad of ways. After Week 3 of the NFL, which featured nearly every NFL team protesting during the playing of the national anthem, some of the league sponsors have spoken out. Many are supporting the protest against the country, but others are pulling ad dollars from NFL teams and stars. It doesn't help when various sports personages and reporters have attacked those who stand against the protest. Again, it goes to Huffington Post. If you stand for the anthem, you're a racist. ESPN's Scott Van Pelt slammed fans who were mad at the protest for not listening to those staging the protest. Jackass, you have the right to free speech. Doesn't mean I have to fucking listen. And San Antonio Spurs coach Greg Popovich attacked white people as a whole, saying they need to be made uncomfortable over how evil the U.S. is. However, in the end, it is the fans that really count. We're the customers. That's the funny part. We're the customers, and we have management, employees, and owners sticking a big middle finger up at us customers. If the fans walk away, it will cripple the NFL in particular and sports in general. The anthem protest had caused blowback even before Week 3. In Cleveland, Ohio, for instance, a local VFW post decided to stop showing Cleveland Brown games because the players protested the country during the preseason. You also have little shops, little small businesses that are selling NFL. They said they've already seen a dramatic drop in sales of NFL merchandise. I'll tell you what, if I was an official NFL merchandise store, and my sales are tanking because of the crap they're doing, I'd be getting a hold of a fucking lawyer and suing the shit out of NFL for allowing this. Their actions are hurting my business. Well, if I had a business. For that matter, the National Veterans of Foreign Wars organization itself also condemned the protests, not just for Cleveland, but for the whole of the NFL, saying using sports events to disrespect our country doesn't wash with millions and millions of military veterans. In another case, the protests perpetuated by the New Orleans Saints drove a St. Bernard Parish bar to turn off the NFL, telling customers that the protests will not be supported or praised. The owner of Vincino's Pizza in Saugus, California, also announced that the NFL is banned from the establishment's TV thanks to the anthem protest. The owners of the popular eatery said that most customers have his back on the decision to dump the NFL. Many individual fans also jumped to the protest. A Green Bay Packer fan who was upset with his favorite team that he made a video showing him burning his Packers gear. The enraged Packer fan was hardly alone. ABC News noted that a growing number of fans have made videos showing them burning their NFL memorabilia. NFL fans burned season tickets and team paraphernalia in response to football players taking a knee to protest. Looking through, and there's a bunch of Twitter. There is a hashtag burn the NFL. Film you burning your gear and post it there. Fans in Chicago were also unhappy over the anthem protests. Of note, the Chicago Bears play at Soldier Field, a stadium that was built as a memorial to fallen soldiers from World War I. Even fans at Gillette Stadium in the blue state of Massachusetts were seen jeering the protesting players as the New England Patriots faced the Houston Texans last Sunday. There's even a petition circulating amongst Ravens fans to get Ray Lewis's statue outside of MT Bank Stadium pulled down in response to Ravens legend taking a knee with his former team. It's impossible for anyone outside the league's office to truly know what kind of public reaction the NFL believed their day of protest would receive. However, judging by the early returns, it's clear that things are less than good. Now, I've been hearing some little rumblings across the internet. That NFL, some owners, some players are now trying to backtrack on the protest, backtrack on what they're protesting. You know, they're trying to come up with every goddamn excuse they can come up with as to what they were protesting, why they were protesting. Maybe, what is it, Ben Roethlisberger apologizing now? Maybe it's not the smartest thing to do. We should have gone out. You know what? Screw you. Screw you. I don't want to hear excuses. You did what you did. Now you're going to have to pay the consequences. And I would laugh if these goddamn teams start to go out of business because they don't have the fans. These idiots got too elite, thought they were too special, and these celebrities need to get taken down a couple of pegs. These politicians need to be taken down a couple pegs. They're not smarter than us. You're not better than us. Great, you can pretend to be somebody else, or you can run fast as hell, or you can catch a ball. I got a question. You might have the record for the most yards running in a single 30-second span. How many people have you saved? How many houses have you saved? How many people have you pulled out of a burning car, crashed up car? How many people have you talked off the ledge? How many times were you there to hold somebody and comfort them because they just lost a loved one? When you start doing that, when you put your life on the line for others, then come talk to me. Otherwise, you're a bunch of pretenders that are over fucking paid. You don't deserve those millions of dollars. You don't deserve the adulations that you get. You're supposed to be heroes, and you're all a bunch of zeros. I never in my life have looked up to any athlete, actress, musician. I look up to emergency workers and the job they get paid to do, underpaid to do. We got our priorities totally screwed up in this country. These whiny, overpaid sports players. They're playing a goddamn game. These celebrities, they're pretending. They play dress up for a living. And what makes them worth millions of dollars? Guess what? I don't care what your opinion is. I don't care what your politics are. You're not better than me. You're not smarter than me. Half the times, I really question your intelligence level. So, before you go to the game and decide you're going to get down on your knees, make sure when you do it, you're getting down to pray. And pray that someone's actually watching your sorry ass play a game. Get down on your knee and pray that you're in a country that allows you to make a living. Especially when you got jackasses. Oh, we should switch leaders with North Korea. Yeah, that one still got me going, what the fuck? What was in the water? I think they went too far this time. They pissed off too many people. People put up with it for a little bit last year thinking it was just a fad. Yeah, Trump called your asses out. He called you out in public and it pissed you off. And he made you look like jackasses. So now you're going to throw your little fits? Throw your little hissy fits and everybody goes out on the field? And you showed just how much of a jackass the league really is. And Goodell, you showed how much of a joke you are. You go after players for bullshit and suspend them. But then when there's actual rule breaking going on, you ignore it. I hope to God you get smacked down by the courts. And hopefully the owners fire your dumbass for allowing this to go on. Because the only thing you're going to be known for is how you fucked up the NFL. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, and we will be right back.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. till 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch Reaver of Common Sense show hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else. So consider this your fair warning.
Featuring right thinking from a left brain and doing the job the American maggots won't. BZ is fundamentally changing America, one diaper at a time. Just when safety pin manufacturers are running out of metal for the diapers of the leftists, where the speech is free, but the drinks are not. The Bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon can be heard every Tuesday and Thursday night, commencing at 11 p.m. Eastern and 8 p.m. Pacific, where pushback is a requisite art form in and of itself. Let your ossicles be truly liberated when you listen to the Bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon, only on SHR Media Network. No ferrets were harmed in the making.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. You didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying cop for the stupid program.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking, drinking, drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Hey, it's Sean from the Sackheads Radio Show, also one of the owners here at the SHR Media Network. Are you opinionated? Have you ever wanted to do your own show? Have you ever heard somebody like the Sackheads and go, yeah, I could probably do that better? Well, now's your chance. Send me a 5-minute clip at sackheadsradio@gmail.com, and maybe you can be part of the SHR broadcasting team. sackheadsradio@gmail.com.
This is Jersey Joe, host of the Reaver of Common Sense, and you're listening to shrmedia.com.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show.
And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm here to make sense out of the senseless. The Jersey Takeover's here. We have expanded to 2 hours every Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you want to watch a live stream of the show, you can go to Reaver.one, that's REAVER.ONE, and click on the SHR TV button, or you can go to YouTube and just search for SHR Media, and while you're there, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. There is a ton of great shows to keep up to date with. And then, last but not least, we have Facebook. Just search for Reaver of Common Sense. How are you doing, Simon Says? We have Simon Says in the chat room. The great BZ is there, too. Don't forget, coming up top of the hour, that is approximately 53 minutes from now, will be the Sackheads Radio Show, hosted by, you got it, Sackhead Sean, Sackhead Clint, and the great BZ. I wonder if Sackhead Clint is back from surgery or not. You know, I keep hearing he has surgery. I'm wondering when is he going to get that nose job done? I mean, they're always complaining he's knocking things over with it, knocking people over with it. Oh, let's see, where are we? I'm in Florida. I know that. Oh, I can never remember this witch's name. Which witch is which? An Antifa leader, Yvetta Valakea, something. Well, she's been arrested again. Can you believe this lady is a middle school teacher and leader of an Antifa communist group that goes by BAM, by any means necessary? There was 3 people arrested, and she was one of them, for battery and resisting arrest during a Patriots prayer march and rally in Berkeley. I bet he could do some fist bumping with the nose. Clint could. Of course, I better not say it too loud. I'll get in trouble. Shh, be very, very quiet. I heard he's sensitive. Yvonne, or whatever the hell, Yvetta is 47. Of Oakland, was arrested near Telegraph Avenue and Channing Way for battery and resisting arrest. What is their malfunction? And how's this lady a teacher? She's teaching our kids? I mean, that's not teaching probably what she's doing. She's probably indoctrinating with some very sick outlooks on life. According to the local CBS affiliate in San Francisco, some protesters could be heard chanting, let her go, as she was taken into custody. She was also arrested for a July 2016 incident after she started physically assaulting a man holding a neo-Nazi flag in Sacramento. Got a nose itch. I mean, according to the Berkeley police, Ed Robinson, 47, of Oakland, was arrested near Telegraph Avenue. He was arrested on charges of participating in a riot and resisting arrest. According to the San Jose Mercury News, Ricky Monzon, 20, of Las Vegas, was also arrested on suspicion of carrying a banned weapon, with Brandon Witt, 21, of Rockland, was also arrested on suspicion of illegal possession of body armor and violating probation. Ain't that special? I mean, wait, I've been in the chat room. I usually just answer online. Ugh. In August, other members of Antifa were similarly arrested for various violations during what was meant to be a peaceful protest and counter-protest in Berkeley. The one-sided nature of the violence drew national attention to the problem of Antifa and provoked some Democrat Party leaders to condone it explicitly. I still have yet to hear them really condone it. They skirt around it. They skirt around violence. But I've yet to hear where they have outright condemned Antifa. And it bugs the shit out of me because, I'm sorry, just because you say it is a hate speech rally, or you say they're Nazis, doesn't make them Nazis. I've yet to see any proof that these people are who they say they are. Well, okay, all right. The Charlottesville, I'll concede that. But still, it doesn't mean you have the right to physically attack someone because of their belief system. I don't agree with it. I don't think it's right. I think it can be dangerous, but just talking about it is not illegal in this country. There's some disgusting things happening in Berkeley, Gibson said in a Facebook video Monday, adding his intention to expose the evil that exists in Berkeley. We will destroy your narrative. You will never be able to stop us. Gibson planned 2 p.m. rally began at Sproul's Plaza and stretched to People's Park, where members supporting Patriot Prayer gave speeches. Now, what's happening is you have Antifa is announcing some other fun stuff to come about. And they announced they plan to disrupt Ben Shapiro's speech at University of Utah. But finally, it's happened to me. Oh, Lord, help me. Jeff Sessions is talking about sending federal support in to these colleges when these speeches are happening to stop this from happening. Free speech is being stopped by these colleges by allowing these counter-protests to go on. By charging such high fees, they are limiting free speech. And indirectly, they're getting funding from the federal government, which in the past has put them on arm of the federal government. So technically, the federal government is restricting conservative free speech in those schools by allowing these groups to stop the free speech. You know, they want their free speech, but they don't want to give anybody else free speech. Shows exactly what kind of hypocrisy the liberals are giving us. I mean, the hypocrisy is just blinding. Oh, man. Anybody else ready for bed? I am. I know I am tonight. The scary part is I'll go out, get on the couch, find some programs, watch them till about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, then go to bed. Because if I go lay down, I'll still be up. I will still be up, staring. So, As I was talking about, the Antifa-affiliated group have announced plans to disrupt the Ben Shapiro speech at the University of Utah. The editor-in-chief of the Daily Wire, who recently held a speaking event at UC Berkeley that met resistance from left-wing extremists, planned to deliver a scheduled speech at the University of Utah this Wednesday night. Leftist groups from the Students for a Democratic Society, I'm not going to try the next name. Hell no. And Black Lives Matter SLC have issued a statement announcing their intentions to shut down the conservative speaker to prevent him from delivering his address. We have no shame in saying that we intend to shut down Ben Shapiro. This is not a decision we came to based on youthful emotion or out of some desire for the world to be one big safe place. This decision was arrived at based on a real material understanding of political environment of Utah and the material effects of an emboldened far right. Antifa-aligned group described Shapiro as far right despite his harsh criticism of Donald Trump and his supporters. He portrays the gay right movement as a conspiracy to root out God-based institutions, the statement continues. He has recently defended conversion therapy, which is nothing short of abuse. Listen, I'm not a big Shapiro fan. I'm not. I think he's a blowhard. I think he's a stuck-up blowhard. I'm not going to stop him from speaking. He has the right to speak. Do I agree with it? A lot of what he says? Probably not. Probably not. But again, I'm not going to stop him from speaking. Because that's his right. He was invited there. You don't like what he has to say, don't listen. The hell? Hopefully the battery's not going on that. If not, that meant we lost power for a split second. I got what is it? On the right power source. UPSs. And one of them just beeped like the electricity went out, but nothing flickered. I have other stuff that's not on the battery system, so they'll flicker. I couldn't afford a real powerful one, so I got two small ones that run just my computers and cable modem and nothing else. So everything else will flicker off, but they come right back on. It doesn't take anything to get them back up and working. But with this Ben Shapiro, listen, I don't agree. I don't think the gay right movement is a conspiracy. As far as conversion therapy, if someone feels it's going to help them, not other people forcing it on them, if they feel they don't want to be gay, I mean, it very well could be. I don't know. I'm not in that position. It should be offered to them. It shouldn't be forced on them. So listen, I don't care what you do in the bedroom. And by that I mean who you're screwing. I had a guest on the other night, and he was like, I don't care what you do out in public. I don't care in public. When I say I don't care what you do in the bedroom, I mean it by... what I'm meaning it by is just I don't care what you do with your sex life. I don't care as long as you're not hurting kids, animals, or anybody else without permission, I really don't care. I really don't. That is your business. No, I don't think kids are fair game, and no, I don't think animals are fair games. It's other than that, you want to cut your wang off? Go right ahead, cut your wang off. You want to, tuck your wang into your ass and walk around and say you're a woman? Go right ahead. But guess what? You're still male. Even if you cut your wang off, you can't change your DNA. Psychologically, you could be a female. You could think you're a female all you want, and that's perfectly fine. DNA-wise, you're still male. Now, there's always rules to the exceptions. There is some that their biological system is really in whack, and I know that some of them, the female testosterone levels are so high, and they think they're male, and their testosterone is high. But if you check their DNA, it's going to show that they're female. And why I say that's important, because when you go for medical treatment, they have to know. Because people, yes, we treat people differently in the medical field. Because the bodies react differently. We got similar bodies, but we react, especially when it comes to pain. Women are are evolved to withstand pain. So, you're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio. We will be right back.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
You have been listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. till 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch Reaver of Common Sense show hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else. So consider this your fair warning.
Featuring right thinking from a left brain and doing the job the American maggots won't. BZ is fundamentally changing America, one diaper at a time. Just when safety pin manufacturers are running out of metal for the diapers of the leftists, where the speech is free, but the drinks are not. The Bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon can be heard every Tuesday and Thursday night, commencing at 11 p.m. Eastern and 8 p.m. Pacific, where pushback is a requisite art form in and of itself. Let your ossicles be truly liberated when you listen to the Bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon, only on SHR Media Network. No ferrets were harmed in the making.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. You didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean.
Dude, I'm not saying confident, stupid pro.
Sackhead Clint.
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
Also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking, drinking, drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Hey, it's Sean from the Sackheads Radio Show, also one of the owners here at the SHR Media Network. Are you opinionated? Have you ever wanted to do your own show? Have you ever heard somebody like the Sackheads and go, yeah, I could probably do that better? Well, now's your chance. Send me a 5-minute clip at sackheadsradio@gmail.com, and maybe you can be part of the SHR broadcasting team. sackheadsradio@gmail.com.
This is Jersey Joe, host of the Reaver of Common Sense, and you're listening to SHRmedia.com.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show.
And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm here to make sense out of the senseless. Don't forget, coming up top of the hour, about, 33 minutes from now? Yeah, the Sackheads radio show with the great knows himself, Sackhead Clint, the man from Massachusetts, and they're big two shits too. Sackhead Sean and the great BZ, and they'll be bringing all the. They won't be stuttering like I am. They'll be bringing all the up-to-date news from the last week or so. So tune in, have fun. Don't forget to jump in the chat room. Listen to what they have to say. Where are we at again? I'm so lost tonight. So, Al Green, Representative Al Green. I will call for the impeachment of the president over his NFL comments. Whatever. I'm so sick of it. No matter what he does, we want him impeached. He had 2 scoops of ice cream. Impeach him. Impeach. Danger. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Impeach. That's what the Democrats remind me, especially these couple of House. There's some people. Real quick, a side note. Senator Bob Corker yesterday announced he will not be seeking re-election, which is funny because he just got like a several $1 million package deal, and now he's not running. There's some rumors that Peyton Manning may run. That'd be interesting. That really would. That would be interesting. But back to this Al Green and screaming impeachment again. When don't they scream impeachment? I'm serious. It's all impeach. Oh, my God. All right. I think I got a sound clip for this. Yeah, I do. Let me turn that on. Hopefully there's no commercial.
The gentleman from Texas, Mr. Green, for 5 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, I rise today and stand at the podium designated for Republicans, but I rise not as a Democrat or Republican. I rise today, Mr. Speaker, not as a liberal or conservative. Mr. Speaker, I rise today as a proud American. A person who believes in his country, who salutes the flag and says the Pledge of Allegiance and sings the national anthem. I rise today, Mr. Speaker, to make comments that I never thought I'd have to make in the well of the House of Congress. I rise today to defend, denounce, and announce. Mr. Speaker, I rise to defend any mother who has been called a dog because her son engaged in peaceful protest. I rise, Mr. Speaker. I rise today, Mr. Speaker, to defend any son who is called the son of a dog because I rise, Mr. Speaker.
I'm falling asleep.
I rise to denounce these comments that have been made because they have brought discourse to a new low. Mr. Speaker, this is a level of indecency that is unbecoming the presidency. Mr. Speaker, I rise to say to the world that this is not what
Sorry about that.
This is not what America is about. Calling people SOBs. And we know what a B is. It's a dog. Mr. Speaker, I rise because my heart tells me that I must do something. So, Mr. Speaker, I denounce the comments that were made, and I rise to announce that on next week, Mr. Speaker, I will bring a privileged resolution before the Congress of the United States of America. I will stand here in the well of the Congress, and I will call for the impeachment of the President of the United States of America.
Oh, my God. The president said son of a bitch. Oh, my God. The president said son of a bitch. Impeach the bastard. Do you know what I just heard? You know what I just heard? Whoa. Not that. Rise. Rise. Yeah, okay. And I call for the impeachment. That's all I heard. Charlie Brown. Wah, 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 wah. Same shit, different day. I've never heard a bunch of sore losers before cry so bad. Cry for impeachment so much. Oh, God. He said, son of a bitch. Oh, my God, my virgin ears. He said, son of a bitch. That asshole. How fucking dare he say, son of a bitch. What a shithead. Oops. I guess I can't be offended. Please. The fake moral outrage. And it is fake moral outrage. Oh, my God, he said son of a bitch. Impeach the bastard. Impeach the bastard for saying son of a bitch. Get over yourself. Get over yourself. God. You're going to talk about impeaching. And what is this, the third attempt? 2 times they've actually put paperwork in for impeachment. But it makes us feel good. I did something. I put a piece of paper in. And you have, who's that nut job? Maxine Waters. Oh, there's no rules on it. We make up the rules. We say what's what. Talk about a dictatorship right there. We decide what's what. No, you don't. Our founding documents say what's what, you flea-bitten. Oh, I don't want Representative Al Green yelling at me because I cussed at Maxine Crazy Lady Waters. He'll try to impeach me. Oh, please. I wish. Can we impeach some of these idiots? Can we impeach some of these House members, please? Oh, my God. And he goes up and goes on the Republican side to give that speech. I would have gotten up as the Republican, walked over to the Democrat side, and gave a speech about how, even though the unconstitutional actions of Obama, we still were respectful on the floor. We didn't pull stunts like the last speaker just did. I don't rise as a Democrat. I don't rise as a Republican. I rise to show your stupidity. Oh, man. It just... I don't know. I'm just so tired of the Democrats. They open their mouth. It's like, yeah, okay. So as I was saying, Senator Bob Corker announced his retirement one day after it was reported on his $3 million swamp deal. Senator Bob Corker announced late Tuesday afternoon he will not be seeking re-election for a third term in the Senate in 2018, just hours before polls were scheduled to close in Alabama. U.S. Senate Republican runoff elections between conservative Judge Roy Moore and Corker establishment ally Senator Luther Strange, as we all know. Moore kicked the shit out of Strange. But Corker's surprising announcement came one day after the publication of the third story in a series that documented his sweetheart deal investment in a Mobile, Alabama retail center arranged by a law firm that donated $28,000 to Luther Strange's Senate campaign. In that deal, Corker is expected to receive more than $3 million in sales tax payments made by Alabama consumers to the city of Mobile over the next 20 years as part of a sales tax rebate incentive to development company in which Corker has a 13% ownership interest. Very interesting on that. Corker has made a number of high-profile political missteps over the past several years that have hurt his approval rating amongst likely Tennessee Republican primary voters. In addition to his unpopular championing for President Obama's nuclear giveaway deal to Iran during the last administration, Corker drew the ire of Tennessee Republicans with his very public recent criticism of President Trump. Those criticisms fell flat in a state where Trump won by a 61% to 35% margin over Hillary Clinton in 2016, taking 92 out of 95 counties. He saw the writing on the wall. He knew he was not going to win re-election. And instead of losing in a primary, he slithered away. Let me tell you, sometimes you don't pay attention. And when they said Corker's retiring, I was like, damn, a Democrat's retiring. Oh, wait a minute. Shit, that's right. He's a Republican. I thought he was a Democrat for a brief moment. The way he talks and acts. Maybe we'll start getting rid of. Maybe Trump will be right on the swamp being drained. There's a lot of these assholes. They're not running for re-election because they know they are in trouble. Ooh, they're in trouble. So, another swamp monster on its way to the watery grave. And with that, you're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, and we will be right back.
to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. till 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch Reaver of Common Sense show hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else. So consider this your fair warning.
Featuring right thinking from a left brain and doing the job the American maggots won't. BZ is fundamentally changing America, one diaper at a time. Just when safety pin manufacturers are running out of metal for the diapers of the leftists, where the speech is free, but the drinks are not. The Bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon can be heard every Tuesday and Thursday night, commencing at 11 p.m. Eastern and 8 p.m. Pacific, where pushback is a requisite art form in and of itself. Let your ossicles be truly liberated when you listen to the Bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon, only on SHR Media Network. No ferrets were harmed in the making.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying cop for the stupid promo.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Hey, it's Sean from the Sackheads Radio Show, also one of the owners here at the SHR Media Network. Are you opinionated? Have you ever wanted to do your own show? Have you ever heard somebody like the Sackheads and go, yeah, I could probably do that better? Well, now's your chance. Send me a 5-minute clip at sackheadsradio@gmail.com, and maybe you can be part of the SHR broadcasting team. sackheadsradio@gmail.com.
This is Jersey Joe, host of the Reaver of Common Sense, and you're listening to shrmedia.com.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guy. Because truth is not always pleasant.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show.
And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm here to make sense out of the senseless. The Jersey Takeover is here. We have expanded to 2 hours every Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then if you want to watch a live stream, just go to Reaver.one. That's REAVER.ONE. And click on the SHRT. I just thought about all it. Sounds like alphabet I'm declaring out there. REAVER.ONE. Okay, I think I lost my mind. I don't know where I put it, but I'll find it. I always said I've lost my mind. Well, how can I lose something I never had? And what if it doesn't want to be found? Those are some big questions. Don't forget, coming up in about 13 minutes, top of the hour is, I hope everybody sticks around. It is the Sackheads radio show hosted by the great BZ and those two lesser-known Sackhead Sean, Sackhead Clintz. Let's see what kind of trouble they get into this week. They're always getting in trouble. Always. Where are we at? A statement signed by 30 faculty members of Georgetown University protesting Attorney General Jeff Sessions' speech on campus Tuesday contained multiple falsehoods. Sessions spoke at Georgetown Law School about free speech Tuesday, and the statement was released prior to his speech as an act of protest. We acknowledge our colleagues' right to invite Attorney General Sessions to speak on campus. The letter, signed by most law school faculty, stated, however, we, the undersigned, condemn the hypocrisy of Attorney General Sessions speaking about free speech. The letter went on to say Sessions' own office is currently prosecuting Desiree for unlawful conduct. Her alleged crime is laughing for a few seconds during Sessions' Senate confirmation hearing last January and then loudly protesting her unlawful arrest. However, the office prosecuting Desiree is the U.S. Attorney for District of Columbia, which was led at the time by Channing Phillips, an Obama appointee. The letter also claims that Sessions has made it clear that his Department of Justice will not pursue federal investigations into police shooting of unarmed black men. This, however, is also untrue. After former South Carolina police officer pled guilty to a federal civil rights offense after killing an unarmed black man, Sessions says the Department of Justice will hold accountability any law enforcement officer who violates the civil rights of our citizens by using excessive force. The 30 professors also signed on to the notion that the Justice Department dismantled the Countering Violent Extremist program designed to investigate domestic terrorists. However, this was a Department of Homeland Security-run initiative. Ian Pryor, a DOJ spokesman, told Daily Caller the Attorney General fully supports the right of faculty members to express their views, even when, as here, the assumption underlying their viewpoint are based on false premises and inaccurate information. And it happens so much. They don't have the facts. They hear a bunch of rumors. The left is constantly spreading lies because they can't tell about the truth, because then everybody would totally laugh in their face if the truth came out about what's going on with the left side. So they got to lie. And these 30 professors wrote this letter based on absolute bullshit. Plain and simple. It was based on bullshit. Oh. I just... Of course, all right, CNN just got caught using fake news to turn Puerto Rico into Trump's Katrina. They're trying to say that he has no response in there and he's fucking it up. When the military is already there, they've had Coast Guard there for a while, Marines are there, more troops are on the way to help. You know, what do you want? What do you want him to do? He's sending over to help. They're having trouble getting places. The roadways are blocked. They had trouble getting even their, ships to dock because everything was destroyed. It takes time. I don't know. They just want to, no matter what, they're going to try to destroy this man. And so far, it hasn't worked. So a new study. I want to get this in here before the end of the show, and I don't have a lot of time. A new study shows that illegal immigration is costing a record $135 billion a year. The swelling population of illegal immigrants and their kids is costing American taxpayers $135 billion a year, and the highest ever, driven by free medical care, education, and huge law enforcement bill, according to the most authoritative report on the issue yet. And despite claims from pro-illegal immigration advocates that the aliens pay significant offsetting taxes back to the federal government, state, and local treasury, the Federation for American Immigration Reform report tallied just $19 billion, making the final hit to taxpayers about $116 billion. State and local governments are getting ravaged by the costs at over $88 billion. The federal government, by comparison, is getting off easy at $45 billion in costs for illegals. President Trump, Attorney General Jeff Sessions, and conservatives in Congress are moving aggressively to deal with illegals, especially those with long criminal records. But their effort is being fought by courts in some 300 so-called sanctuary communities that refuse to work with federal law enforcement. Start charging those government officials. It is illegal to help hide those that are in the country illegally. Oh, shnikes. Sitting here looking, what do I want to go over next? Oh, the Democrats are trying to say, because now I found out Awan, who is the IT guy that's been arrested, he was siphoning data, downloading a shitload of data. I think it was like a terabyte of data. Now, Dems are saying that was his kid's homework. He had his homework and family pictures up on government site and was downloading his elementary school age kids and family pictures and homework assignments. Oh my God. So basically their excuse is the equivalent to the dog ate my homework. Oh my God. How dumb do you think we are? A congressional source with direct knowledge of the incident contradicted the Post account, saying that the now indicted IT aide Imran Awan and his associates were moving terabytes off-site so they could, quote, work on the files, and that they desperately tried to hide what was on the server when caught, providing police with what law enforcement immediately recognized as a falsified evidence and an indication of criminal intent. The Post described the amount of data improperly flowing out of the congressional network as massive. One congressional source told Sirsa that it was terabytes. A terabyte is a million megabytes. A terabyte is about 1/10 of that. Terabit. How's a terabit? Damn, that's even more than I thought. Awan's 13 children are in elementary school or younger. A book report on Word document format could clock in at under a megabyte, even if it were 100 pages. To fill a terabyte with family photos, a person would need 250,000 pictures. Rules aside, there would be little reason for a staffer to upload his children's homework and family photos to a congressman's server. For one, cloud services such as Google Drive and Google Folders photos readily provide that functionality with a web interface. The congressional computer was a server with no monitor, so you couldn't view the photos on it. They had to have been uploaded onto it by another computer. It makes little sense that a wand would upload personal data from a home computer onto a house server only to re-download it. One of the dumbest excuses I've ever heard. That one takes the cake. And with that, coming up next is the Sackheads Radio Show, hosted by Sackhead Sean, Sackhead Clint, and BZ. I'm Jersey Joe with the Reaver of Common Sense. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same station. Everybody have a great night.
You've been listening to the Reaver of Common Sense with its host, Jersey Joe. You can tune in every day, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on hppundit.com and shrmedia.com.